Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Bonus Points or Ellie's Juice over here on YouTube. If you enjoyed this episode, please support us over on Patreon in the junior and senior tier. We are also currently doing a book club, which is in collaboration with The Future of Figure Skating by Anna Keller. And we talk about the book Little Girls in Pretty Boxes by Joan Ryan. And I think it's also on social media. So follow us on social media if you want to participate, but we are going to be more active over on Patreon and our Discord channel. But yeah, please join and now enjoy this episode. Also, again, follow us everywhere and support us and have fun.
Let's get to Ellie's GOEs.
Woo! Please, Sarah, tell me why you picked this skate and which one it
I
is.
I picked the skate today. The skater is making their Grand Prix debut this coming season. They are the current European bronze medalist. Um, and I chose Kimmy Repond's free skate from Europeans.
Woo! I was very excited for this one because I saw her all over wait. I saw her all over the award categories.
Hmm.
And in case you haven't heard, because this is also going up on YouTube, we are currently in phase 2 of the Anything Jury's Fan Awards, where you guys get to vote in a number of categories on your favorites of this season. And so click on any link, on the Twitter link probably, and then you will find a link to the awards. And they will also be up on the website. Um, Yeah, and she was in so many. I don't know if she made the top 5 in all of them, but she was mentioned quite a bit. And I can totally see why. So I'm gonna start. She got beautiful posture, and in her opening position, it looks so elegant. And you know how much I pay attention to like facial expressions and to hands, and she's so good at both of those. Um, Again, I'm not able to tell the story of this program. Uh, I can see the overall emotion is like a hurt or painful one, maybe, based on the facial expressions in the beginning. But yeah, a
Hmm.
story was lost on me. I don't know if you noticed the story, but
I didn't, I'll be honest.
yeah, sometimes you don't need one.
Yeah.
I really, really like the choreography in the beginning, like when she's getting out of the opening position. And I think the program really captivates you from the start. And she also just skates so fast, which works well with the music. There's something very soft and elegant about her. I wrote down she doesn't have the biggest jumps, I would say, based on what I've seen so far. But they are so soft and gentle, and she lands so smoothly. And it's like she's barely scratching the surface of the ice. You know, when some other skaters land, it's like you can see the swoosh of the ice.
Yeah, yeah.
And with her, there's like, I don't know how she does it. Like, there's barely anything. Um, there was a jump where she does a triple loop and then transitions into a spin. Again, if you watch this on YouTube, it's going up on the screen right now. But I think that was probably my favorite element in the choreo because it looked so sweet, so cute, so elegant. It was amazing. Uh, I really like the layback spin, the way she transitioned into it and her arms, and then she transitioned into a Bielman, which was beautiful. And then she's getting out of it with a slide, and I just thought that was a great choreography on that part. Another element I really liked after she came out of the layback spin, she did a beautiful rotation with her arms to her side. That might have been the step sequence, within the step sequence. I'm sure. I'm gonna put it up again on the screen. Um, the only thing I would love to see here is to take more time with some of the elements. Um, I
I
think it
agree.
adds, yeah. Oh, you noticed that as well. Okay.
I did, especially I think the start of the step sequence.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I wrote down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it adds to the speed of the performance because she's moving from element to element so fast, which works well with the music. But there are like moments after a jump, I wish she would like hold her leg a little bit longer and higher. And like
Yeah.
there's in the step sequence a movement of the arm where I'm like, okay, this could have been more extended. Just milk those moments longer and have more, I don't know, just do the elements fully and then maybe do less elements. But I also
Yeah.
think like towards the end, you are exhausted.
And you're also just like trying to get through it as quick as
Yeah.
possible so like it's all over maybe.
Yeah, and I think like I know they practice those parts separately. And I think if you saw her practice the step sequence without having done all of the first part, it
Yeah.
probably would look completely different. Um, and I also wasn't 100% convinced by some of the choreo. Um, there was a moment when the singing sets in and the choreo sequence starts, and I just wanted a bit more of that moment because it felt so special within the music. So you got the part without the singing for a very long time, and then the singing sets in and she starts to do like a running motion. And I just
Yeah.
the what came afterwards was just I don't know, it lacked a bit for me. Um, there were definitely standout elements like like I mentioned, the triple loop with the spin transition out of it. Um, but like I said, the choreo sequence, I just thought, oh, was that the choreo sequence? Oh, okay, it's already over. There was not a lot to it. Um, Opposite to that, I think the step sequence from a choreography aspect was good. They planned that very well. They choreographed that very well. She had very interesting elements in it. Like I mentioned earlier, the spin with the arms by her side. And then there was another spin with the arms above her that looked very cute. I always say cute. She's 16, that's why I say cute. I'm like, yeah, it felt so much more powerful choreography wise than the sequence before, which I thought was a shame because that would have been a good opportunity to really hit you with emotions. Mm, And again, she was going with so much speed towards the end. Mm, I'm impressed she was able to keep that, but then some of the elements suffered a bit because I think she was exhausted. Um, yeah. And I think the speed again was important to convey the music because I think if you slow down on such a tempo-driven music, then it doesn't translate as well. So I think she did that very well. Um, and the final spin was so perfect with the music. I love the choreography of that one, or like the different transitions and positions in that one. And I'm not a spin person. I think everybody knows that. I think they can be very boring, because sometimes they go on forever, and I'm just waiting for them to end. But somehow she made me stand for those. And I really liked the final position. It looked very epic and iconic, and yeah. And then I found out she's coached by a sister. So cute.
Very. It makes like the kiss and cry reaction like so sweet.
Yeah, you on purpose sent me the one with the kiss and cry reaction, so I know I would have
Yeah.
to continue. I don't always watch them towards the end, like the entire thing. I sometimes stop after the skate ends. But yeah, I knew it would be cute, so I watched it. She also had a diddle mouse in her lap. I don't know if you know diddle. Do you know diddle?
No.
It's a. I thought it was a German thing, but she's from Switzerland, so I guess it must be like a Swiss, Austrian, German thing, probably.
Hmm.
It was very iconic. They don't make them anymore, so I wonder where she got them, the diddle mouse, because they stopped producing them like 6 years ago or something. And it was basically my childhood.
Oh.
You can't relate. You can't relate. But I had like 5 or 6 of these plush diddle mouses. Yeah, I was very happy to see that. I also squealed a bit, like she did when she found out that she was in first place.
It was a very like wholesome reaction.
It was.
Okay, so on a scale of -5 to +5, what would you rate the music?
Here's the thing, the music has all of the elements of a skating music I love in theory because I'm not quite there yet to add it to my Spotify faves. But I know if I watch the skate a couple more times, the music will grow on me. Uh, so I was wondering, are you a person who listens to a song one time and it instantly sticks with you, or do you need to listen a couple more times until you like it, the song?
Honestly, depends on the song, but I think the first one.
Huh.
If I like it, I'll listen to it a bunch. I'll add it to my Spotify.
Yeah, I definitely need a bit more time and a couple more listens. So I think that's why the music wasn't hitting me right away
Okay.
emotionally. Um, and it happens to me often, but at the beginning of the season, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's nice. And then by the end, I have listened to a song like 500 times on Spotify. Um, Also, this music is like exactly my kind of music. Like it's yearning, it's depressed, it's a sad song. I have listened to the lyrics. Maybe the lyrics are happy and I'm just misinterpreting it. But based on her painted expression, I'm like, okay, this is a sad song. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 because it hasn't grown on me yet. But I like that it was classical, like not classical, but like there was a voice at one point that started to sing. I was a
Yeah,
bit scared in the beginning that it would just be.
the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't love this piece of music, but I
Mhm.
like it because it like differs in that respect.
Yeah.
For the costume.
Um, I really liked her costume. The details are intriguing. I like the cutouts. I like the pattern across from the stomach and on her back. It almost looked like an eye. I thought it was beautiful. The mesh unfortunately was a bit visible in the beginning, but not so much during the skate, just in the close-ups. So I think that's fine. I wasn't sure about the sequins and the like the rhinestones and stuff because I feel like when they are very big and the contrast to the dress is very is like it was basically black and white, then I sometimes think it looks cheap.
Hmm.
Um, so I didn't love that, but I really liked the back of the dress and like how it was cut.
Yeah.
And I loved how flowy the skirt was because I think that worked well with the choreography and with her speed.
Yeah.
So also gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay. And so overall, I think I know where this is going, but just to check.
Sarah's expecting me to give a 3.5 out of 5. By
Well,
now
if you
you
gave
should
it to
know.
the others.
Well, by now you should know that the first two ratings have nothing to do with the final rating.
So this will
Um,
be a 4.5 out of no. I'm gonna guess a 4.
we'll see. So I thought her interpretation of the song was really, really good. I was very impressed how she kept her speed throughout the performance. There were so many interesting and unique elements in there. Again, there are definitely some elements in there towards the end that could have been executed a bit better. And also the jumps weren't the most impressive I have ever seen. However, in the slow motion, I realized that it might have also have been a camera angle, and that the
Ah,
jumps didn't look as big because they were filmed from like the top down. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It could have been that. And she didn't fall on any of them. She landed everything. Like that was impressive. She didn't struggle. Um, so yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5. You're very good.
thank you. Nailed that.
Thank you so much for watching and listening. Again, please support us on Patreon. You can join the book club for as little as $1, £1 per month. And also, again, it's also available on other social media websites, which you can follow down here. I think mostly Twitter. It's probably available on Twitter. Have fun.